Do please excuse me while I eat a sandwich. I've just taken a painkiller. I'm supposed to eat them, take them with food. So, sandwich it is, and I accidentally hit record. Right. Let us continue onwards. Fortunato is ready to lead you to a Hydaelyn at last. We make for the lift at the centre of this chamber. Come. Oh, we're still grounded here, though. Which lift? The one that's marked on the map, I would assume. That would make the most sense. Because that's how map markings work. This room is actually a lot bigger than I was realising. Though I suppose the sense of scale is a tricky one to pull off. This is going to open us into a dungeon, isn't it? This looks very much like a dungeon time. That's the healing set. With the ship in the way, I didn't even notice this was here. I should hope that Master Fortunato has more to share as sending anyone stumbling into the ethereal sea. This doesn't strike me as particularly dangerous, unless one is afraid of lifts. Either here is more brilliant than I have ever seen. As a means of communing with the heart of the star, it is disappointingly mechanical in design. Am I the only one feeling terribly nervous? Surely not. They must employ a full cohort of engineers just to maintain the lifts. I doubt there's anything worth worrying over, not for Hydaelyn's champion at any rate. As you all know, alongside our physical world exists an ethereal plane, what we refer to as the ethereal sea. The heart of the star, the physical and ethereal are one and the same, thus the deeper we go, the easier it becomes to pass between said planes. We utilised this principle in constructing the anti-tower, and once more here in Thormazane. No sooner did the Forum decide to withdraw from Eorzea than we began work on this facility. Our work culminated in a device that allowed us to peer deeper into the ethereal sea than ever before, in search of Hydaelyn's ever fainter echoes. The Aetioscope. And you communicate with her through this device? For a time, yes, but since the Seventh Humble Calamity it has been rare to hear even a whisper. If you wish to reach her, you must journey closer to the centre of the star than we have ever dared, beyond the Aetioscope. Even so, I make no guarantee that you will find her, nor of your safety, not so deep in the ethereal sea. We understand, but if we are to deliver this world, we have no choice but to try. I know. I only wish we could do more than observe your progress from afar. The Aetioscope's ocular lens by which we may peer into the ethereal sea without placing ourselves at hazard lies above us. Through it we can watch and guide you. In those swirling depths there are pockets of ether so dense and turbulent that they can unravel one's soul. If we determine that you are at risk of coming into contact with such a pocket, we will call you with teleportation magics. To that end, it would be best if one familiar with the composition of your souls remained here to assist in assessing said risk. Otherwise there is an increased probability that we'll extract you too early or too late. Please allow me. I've thought upon this much, and in truth I do not believe that I am fit to join you in the trials ahead. The events at the Tower of Babel drained me, yes, but even before that your capabilities far outstripped my own. There is no time to have a weak link in our vanguard, no matter how much you may wish it were otherwise. And also, we'd have to add an additional trust member. If I assist in the manner that Master Fortunato has laid out, however, I may still be of use. Will you trust in me to do so? I can think of none I'd trust more. Compared to all that effort you put into keeping us alive while our souls were in the first, preventing us from dissolving into ether on a single expedition ought to pose no challenge at all. And even if we did, I suspect you would hunt us down and restore us to health somehow. You flatter me. Rest assured that I will keep a close eye on all of you. There is one more thing. Those in ages past referred to the ethereal sea as the underworld, our final resting place. In its embrace is memory washed away, leaving only the purity of one's soul, or so we believe. Yet what are these memories? Do you think to ask what becomes of them cast adrift on ethereal tides? Some theorise that they linger for some time, those associated with strong sentiment in particular. In those depths, memories of the departed may even coalesce around you, for hatred or for love. Oh. Oh. Thus do I caution you to be wary, but also to have faith. Remember those who did gladly extend a hand to you, that they may lift you up once more. We're going to face off against some past foes down here, aren't we? That sounds like that's what's being hinted at here. The Etioscope. Now accessible. So, as expected, it is duty time. Oh, righty. That is our default party, apparently. Stola, Ali, Alfie. Commence. Commence screenshot taking. Here's the big crystal. Oh no. The crystal stuff's going to be at the base of this, isn't it? Yep.
All seems in order with the lens, and I trust you can hear me.
We can. Hi, Kyle.
Those things are pure malcontent, the residue of lives unfulfilled.
Music's interestingly I was going to say all over the place. I think part of the problem though is that I have it turned down. And not just because it's 3:30 in the morning. It's mostly so I can hear myself speak. And think. On the occasion that I do that. I hope I get some fending gear from this dungeon. Huh. Displays. Ghosty things. We'll pull the other things in a second. Good to know that you can pull these separately, however. Sinking cynicism. Oh, shall I? Who's damage? Oh, that was Alizé. Just went flying backwards. Excuse me. You not be running off, thank you. Yeah, I like the similarities that this has to the anti-tower. It's got a similar kind of feel to it, even if it's aesthetically not really the same. It just kind of evokes a feeling of the anti-tower, if that makes any sense. Ooh. Sinking rivalry. The score's quite sweeping, isn't it? Minor key. Yeah, it's kind of dotting about the place. It's the kind of score actually that I'd like to listen to without the
There.
without everything else that I'm concentrating on. Concentrating me. Have I passed any loot? No. Oh, a golden one. Ah, Ilbert. Oh, is this going to be Papalimo? Sloppy! Is this an excuse for them just to use the sloppy voice line again? Ooh, he's taking a bit of a beating.
I have you now.
Oh, can I pull him through? Oh, no, never mind. Ah, to Samati. Memory of a principled scion takes form. Nice. Oh, it was Papalimo. Oh, of course, because he had Tsusamati, didn't he, right at the end. Try as you might to conceal it, you've always worried over much. Oh, did I miss something then? I think I did. Shit. Hopefully I'll see it on the replay. Livia the Undeterred. So this is Livia Sasjunius. But with the body of the I don't want to say Queen of Darkness. What do I want to say? Aglaia Climb. Ooh, that does not give you a lot of time to react, so watch the tentacles on that one.
You underestimate me.
Nobody underestimates you, Ali.
cannot stop us.
Nobody with any sense underestimates you. Ooh. I was going to say, we could do with a little bit more complication in the fight than that. This'll do. Udi et Amo.
You underestimate me.
Guys, you are standing in the... Oh, no, I suppose you're not. frustration.
There.
I really wish Dark Mind was a little bit more useful.
You underestimate me.
Okay, now we're facing off both of those attacks at once. Not the most mechanically complicated fight, this one. I'm wondering if it's one of those that's going to build up and the next fight's going to use the same...
On guard. I have you now.
Because this is quite straightforward.
I will not hold back.
So it's easiest if I tank these on the coordinates, isn't it? When I actually have to do this with normal people. Although, to be honest, the next few times that I will be doing this will almost certainly be on Reaper, so... You did. Choker?
Follow the flow of ether.
Whoa.
It will guide you.
Theris Choker offending. Way.
Ether is too dense. Ah, I'm losing you.
The Abyssal Plane. This is screenshot worthy. Ah, I shall be explore moding here. Sinking Dissension. Yeah, it's that transition there from the da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-bum to the slightly more softer things. It almost feels like it's missed a phrase. Well, that's not how the music's put together in this game, so I assume it's not that. Still waiting for Alizé to go flying off the edge. Oh, we've got a golden one here. Oh. Well, that axe is, that's been breeders, says Alpha No. Yes, it was. Materia? You... Damage up. Thank you, Horsefall. It won't do a huge amount in a trust dungeon, but 30 seconds of damage up when you're doing... Ooh, mind you, can you do a wall-to-wall pull there? Yes, I guess you probably could.
You cannot stop us.
Probably would help if I got my buffs on as well. Get good, Demagen. I know it's hard for you. Mind you, 30 seconds of that if you're doing a big pull, some of that will be wasted whilst running. But it's probably still better overall for the AoEing. That was me ouch. That's me attempting to find the right person to stun and failing miserably. I do not miss my Jose. Second boss soon? Yes, second boss there by the look of it. Slaying bracelets. Right, what is the second boss going to be? Oh. Tatin. Camp Westwind guy. Quite interesting. Tartarian impact. Quite interesting that two of the three bosses, well, two of the bosses that we've had so far have been Garlean commanders. Oh.
You cannot stop us.
That's cool looking. Oops. Oh, that was... I wonder, how did we siphon the ether?
I have you now.
Did we have to click on something? Or was it just being in proximity? Because the signs were just standing there. Oh, that's... Yeah, so that's like the laser missile thingies in Camp Westwind, which are, of course, wildly memed upon currently. Apparently, Camp Westwind is very much a hazing thing for a lot of people. Right. I think he does the ether siphoning. I've just accidentally marked him as number 2 to attack.
On guard. On guard.
Vanguard! Vanguard! Come on, you're supposed to be fighting me, mate. Yeah, it looks like they're doing tank busters with the obvious icon at the moment. Whether that is something they will continue through into the raids is questionable. But it certainly seems to be what they're doing for the dungeons. Did they do it in... Lord Van Balsar, again, I fail you. An Atheris healing ring. Right, this place is going to lead us down into the corrupted bit. Ooh. Oh, yeah. This place is, has been overrun. Did you see that? Alphino said to Retartin that you didn't fail him. Do you see that light? What is... Ooh. Oh, this place is all kind of lost its... Yeah, so this is why Heidelin isn't able to communicate. Because her realm's just gone to shit. She's got no power left. You know, all of the light crystal is faded to darkness. It's light gone. And there may be more to it than that. Stola says, I knew we would meet here. Who's she saying that to? That wasn't clear. Maybe against some visual cue that I missed? Maybe there are more things to the actual lights than I'm noticing. Don't know. I shall have to pay more attention to that golden one. Yeah, that's slight musical shift from pop to very gentle flutes. Ah, Minfilius spirits. Will make you proud. Yeah, so there's... They're turning into people and I hadn't realised. Crap. Ah, now I want to go back and start from the start again. Still, there will be many an opportunity to run this dungeon. I've enjoyed every single one of the dungeons so far, and this is no big surprise, to be fair. I always enjoy the dungeon in this game. Which is why the move away from doing like so many dungeons per patch does sadden me. You know, I remember when we used to get 3 dungeons a patch sometimes. Back in 2.x. Obviously, they couldn't maintain that. Especially because, you know, they've got to do trust programming stuff for each of them now. But as somebody who mostly does the dungeon stuff, it's still kind of sad. But this has certainly been one of the most visually outstanding dungeons that they've done so far. Excuse me. Sinking regrets. Is he wearing an Asian mask? Yeah, I think he's wearing... Oh no! Some kind of piratey dude. Right, final boss of the dungeon. That's us. Hello, Alan.
Is as far as you go. Oblivion beckons.
Why are you here? Amon the Undying, Sundered Soul. I suppose it makes sense that he's... And Daniel's soul.
Many faces have I worn, but this is my favorite by far. You will persist in this folly no longer.
Ooh, this is different.
The stage is set.
You underestimate me.
Okay, there's a shiny thing. Okay, so that does a line AoE. Left Firaga 40. His left. His left. Entracte.
You underestimate me.
Entracte is an AoE.
Let the curtains rise for the main attraction.
Dola. Shiva. Oh, is this Yazel coming to help?
You underestimate me.
What a boorish audience you are.
That was Yazel come to help. I was sure of it.
I have you now.
Oh, this strikes me as the kind of dungeon where there's going to be loads of little things to pay attention to that you're not going to notice. Interesting that Amon's the final fight, though.
You cannot stop us!
Yeah, so that's the timer on it. Right, this was made wide AoE. A good chunk of HP, to be fair. Eruption Forte. Guys, why just stand in it? Yes, I find it very interesting that they've got Amon as the boss here. Because that will certainly tell us something about the nature of souls, essentially. If the Asians...
This is going to be the mark.
Although I suppose it's not... he's not an Asian, technically, was he? Amon was... Oh, that's level 90. Amon was human. Allegan, but human.
futures, delusions, and lies!
Interesting that he's just buggered off. Though I suppose realistically here, as a soul, what could they do with him? Huh. Shadow. Oh good, offending earring. How exciting. And some aiming earrings. Yay. Although to be fair, offending earring is actually an upgrade, isn't it? Because we're not using the what's it. Hey, level 90, folks! Huh. What now, Heidelin? What now? Oh, he's back. So that's why you flew up into the air.
My very essence begins to wane. Sweet, sweet agony.
Amon/Hermes/Van Daniel.
Leave this to her.
Come to deal the coup de grace. Good. Watching you struggle against the inevitable is bad comedy. Erase me from existence, soul and all.
No. Have you any memories of Meteon?
How would you know that name? Then it was you. In Elpis. With MSQ. The final pieces fall into place. In my halcyon days, as the mortal Ammon, I was haunted by a dream. Night after night, the faceless multitude, the voiceless cries, shards of shattered memories. But slowly, the fog began to clear. This was Elpis. And I was Hermes. Recurring though it was, I paid this dream little heed. It was only when I was granted the seat and memories of Van Daniel that I knew these visions to be true. They were the memories of Hermes that he himself erased using the power of Kairos. Or so he thought. In his attempt to burn away the events of that fateful day, he succeeded only in searing them more deeply into his soul. My soul.
Oh.
Death failed to expunge them. No matter how many times it came. Rebirth after rebirth, from one Van Daniel to the next. I wonder, is MSQ adrift somewhere in this ethereal sea? In defeat, finally remembering your time together in Elpis.
I hope so. I hope we get to find him.
How it must gall him to be entrusted with knowledge of the final days, only to be rendered powerless to act upon it.
Yeah, he must be pissed
So
off.
many lifetimes dedicated to restoring his beloved Amarok in blissful ignorance. Oh, folly.
You're an asshole.
But make no mistake. My life as Hermes is not the reason I invited the world's end. I have lived. I have struggled. I have dredged the very depths of despair. And in the detritus of existence, I found the truth. I served a great ruler, powerful beyond measure. The world his dominion. Yet even he and his vast empire were destined
Sunday.
to fall.
Yeah.
To become one with oblivion. At the end of life's journey lies only death.
Well, yes.
So I ask you, why live at all?
Existential.
We betray. We torment. We murder. We are wicked, spiteful creatures, without exception.
Are we? Really? All of us?
If life is so sacred, so precious, why fill it with such misery?
Well, I must admit, human beings are pretty crap with each other.
Man wallows in a hell of his own making without purpose or meaning. To live is to suffer, and I would end that suffering by my own hand.
That cape is very wibbly.
It matters not if it flies in the face of all believed right and just. Death is the only solution. That is my truth, my answer to the question, and yet,
The question that
even as
Hermes
the words
posed.
pass my lips, I am filled with doubt. Has my search reached its end? Was this the only way?
And that's the problem, isn't it?
After all these years. Is this the answer I was hoping for?
The lamentations of the damned. How it vexes me to see your conviction falter at the last. Van Daniel, still clinging to existence, I see. You, who champion death so fervently, unwilling to accept your own, refusing to be purified and swept into the sea of souls. As do I. We prisoners to men, watching as the world turns. Though unlike me, you will be spared the ignominy of having your corpse made a puppet, dancing to another's tune.
Is that Arcee?
How very astute. But let me be clear, I have not come to consort with the likes of you.
No, that's good, because you can feck off. You're a twat.
Nor have I come to bemoan the state of the world following my untimely demise. In fact, I delight in mankind's downfall and the anguish it brings the savior of the savages. If I played some small part in the chaos, all the better. Not that I was in any position to resist. But to be made accomplice to the betrayal of Lord Xenos. I would die 1,000 deaths to exact my vengeance.
Well, you can't, because you're dead already.
Now you are at my mercy. I shall drag us both into oblivion, and you will never see the fulfillment of your magnum opus, even should you be reborn. Your desperate search for answers must start again.
Well, he's got the crazy eyes still. Next time we will find the answer together.
Even here, even now, you have every right to hate me. For the fool I was, for the monster I became. But I will not beg forgiveness. The tale of Hermes, the man who knew so much, yet understood so little, ends here.
Don't try to follow me. I had more of you people than I could stomach in life. Never mind in death.
Likewise, I pray we do not meet again.
You had better hope not.
Thus endeth Hermes, I guess. Ooh, some light coming back.
Come. Hydaelyn is waiting.
Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, why not click the like button and consider subscribing. Remember, you can ring the bell notification icon to get notified when new videos go live. And until next time, cheerio.